Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you wanted to help support this channel, it won't cost you anything. All you got to do is use the links in the description if you wanted to get some of these for yourself. Hey, what's going on? Rich back with another awesome video for you. I wanted to show you some Orbit Saturn 3 gear drive sprinklers. So basically what they do is they go whatever pattern you want and then come back. They just keep going. They can go as wide as you want, up to 360. They do not go in a full circle, and they don't just pop up and go in one direction. So this one right here is an Orbit. So as you can see, this one stays nice and low to the ground, and it covers a nice area. Now, these actually do from 15 all the way to 30 feet. So as you can see, it goes all the way around in the back, covers a nice area. We have it to go all the way in the back to cover this whole back area, and then come all the way back up to me right here. So it basically spins like this. It does the back area, comes all the way around, and comes back to this way. So then it faces me right here up against the bottom of the house. So that's what it looks like. So it's going up in the air and coming back down. There's just so much mist, it's blowing all over the place. It's not getting on the grass where it should, even on a light windy day like we have today. So this Orbit right here, as you can see, this is the pattern of it. It really covers the grass well, and it just does a phenomenal job. You can see how green the grass is back there where the Orbit is, and you can see how burnt the grass is over here where the Rainbird is. So that should give you enough incentive, right? So I'll get this installed, I'll show you how to do it, and move on. Okay, so here's a Rainbird we're gonna be taking out. As you can see, it's in the ground, got the donut around it. So really quickly, the two tools you're really gonna need. Small shovel, smaller than this will work also. And you're probably gonna need a bucket or something to put all the dirt in that you gotta take up. So you just wanna dig around it, make 4 cuts. One here, one here, one here, and one here. You just want to make 4 cuts on either side with it. Let it come up. Take out the donut if you got it. Luckily, we got a nice big concrete one so that the head doesn't get damaged. Make sure you don't go too far. You don't want to damage the line when you go down with the shovel, so don't put too much force on it. I happen to know the line's going this way because I've taken this one out before, but when you go down on this side, you're gonna feel it hit the line. You just wanna gently touch it and then come back, start prying it up. Try to get all the dirt up. But again, just be very gentle with the lines. You don't wanna break the lines. I can repair lines, but if you've never done that before, you're gonna need all kinds of tools to do that. And you're gonna need a crimper and another end possibly, so just be very gentle when you do this. Okay? So just bring it up, have your bucket ready, and what you could do, I would wear gloves. You never know what's in the soil, what's in the earth, what's in the ground. You don't know what kind of chemicals or spiders or anything in there. You don't want to get bit, you know, depending on where you live. If you're in Florida, you never know if there's like a brown recluse down there or, you know, black widow or something. So you don't have to do this, but I do anyway. I don't like spiders, so that's just me. And we're just going to unscrew this head. Okay, so a little bit of water is going to come out. That's okay. Just take your finger, as long as it's clean, just plug it up. Let the water go down. What you don't want to happen is you don't want this to fill with water and then have the dirt come back up and then go back into the line. So what I did was I just cleaned my finger a little bit with the water that's in there. I just stuck my finger in there just to plug up the water. I'm gonna let the water that came out drain back into the ground so that it doesn't come up and bring more dirt and then go into the sprinkler line. So again, we're just gonna have to sit here and be patient. If you have a screwdriver or something with you, you can poke a couple holes in the ground, let the water try to drain through that way. Another thing too is make sure you have the same thread size. This happens to be 1/2 inch, which is probably one of the most common sizes for homes. For residential, you're probably gonna be using a 1/2 inch opening threaded. So I'm gonna take that now. I'm gonna start screwing it back in before the water comes back up. As long as it's clean and the threads are clean and nothing's in there, we can just pop it right on. And it's nice because the water's coming out, so that it's going to clean the threads that are there. I'm going to screw it on. Don't over tighten it. Just be very gentle with it. Just tighten it down almost as much as you can. Once you start feeling it get tight, just easy, just gently turn it. Before you fill it back up with dirt, I would turn the sprinkler system on for 10 minutes and test it, and make sure this hole doesn't fill up with water and there's no leaks around the bottom. And you want to make sure there's no leaks where the fitting is that comes up to the sprinkler. That's just a good practice. It's a nice thing to do. Once you know that, once you have the sprinkler set and everything else, and also what we could do is if we need to, we could unscrew the head, just the cap at the top of the sprinkler right here. We could take the head and unscrew it. As long as it's clean, there's no dirt around it, we could take that out, pick it up, and turn the sprinkler to where it needs to be. see, it's going to be spraying back here towards the curb. We don't want that. So what you would do is you would unscrew it. Just want to gently lift it up, turn it to the right, and now it's spraying to the right where it's supposed to. So that's where it's going to start. It's going to start spraying this way here, and we want it to come around this way and come back. We can put the head on as long as there's no dirt in there. Put the top. We're good to go. We can turn the sprinkler on now and test it out. There's water getting in there, coming out of the top. That lubricates it so that it can pop up and turn. So that water that's in there is just the water coming out of this little gap right here is where the water's coming out of right here. So that's nothing to worry about. This will fill up a little bit, but you don't want this filling up. Like if this filled all the way up to the top right away, you would know there was a leak. So we know we're good. But at this point, we can adjust it. Again, I'm doing from here. I'm having it spray here against the curb this way, all the way here, back to the left. We want it to go from here to the right, come all the way back to the left of the grass, and then go back. So it's going through its cycle. Now we wait for it to stop. Stopped, good. Okay, so now this screw right here adjusts how far it shoots. The gray one right here adjusts how far it turns. The more you turn the screw to the right, the further left it goes each time. So I just turned it wide. I turned it a couple turns to the right, and now it's going to go all the way to the left. So what you have to do is you have to wait for it to come all the way back to its right, and then stop. And then you have to adjust it to come further all the way to the left. You don't want to turn the head. You don't want to keep turning it because that ruins the gears. It's going, it's going, it's going, and it stopped. So we got to turn it another half turn maybe. This sprinkler happens to go from 15 to 30 feet. So this shoots as far as 30 feet or as little as 15. So right now it's going about 30. So what we do is, if it's shooting too far, you turn it to the right. And as you turn it to the right, it'll lessen how far it goes. It'll bring it back to the sprinkler. And if you turn it to the left, it'll keep going further and further. So that's it. Sprinklers are done. I guess it's about time to wrap this video up. I think that covers everything. So thanks so much for watching. I hope this video helped you out. Definitely recommend these. These are some amazing sprinklers. They work really, really well. If you wanted to pick some up, again, I'm going to leave the links in the description down below. And if you can, make sure to click that like button, subscribe to my channel for more awesome content, and let me know if you have any questions or comments in the section down below, because I do get back to everybody. Thanks for watching. Take care.